Bum, 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 bum. 7:43. Officers arrived to find the deceased lying in the garden of stone. Victim to be thoroughly soaked with a deep vertical incision. What a Richter.
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry, it looks like you've almost found what you wanted.
Yeah. Burner, is he still here? Let's go.
Oh, you did it, Sherlock! The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo!
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
Oh yes. It's a struggle, but yes, we can make our own decisions. That's what I fight for.
What an endless fight it is. Will you ever give yourself a break, Sherlock? You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
Yeah. Iron Coffin Street Magic.
Home sweet home, Sherry. Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry,
John, I always listen to you.
you don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzzing, angry like a fly at the window.
I know. I can sense it too.
You locked away this memory for a reason. There is only pain here.
Pain. And truth.
You do not need to suffer either. There is so much more we can do on Cordona, so many others we could help. There is no coming back from this.
I find myself awash in uncertainty.
Thank you.
But know this, John. One way or another.
Okay, so this is the end. Iron coffin. Oh, he's actually there. No. I think I know where it's gonna be. Probably behind a locked door.
Oh, what a long day. Is this familiar to you? Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others. Excuse me, but are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case...
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man.
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
Ah, no, a minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal.
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Capello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed. Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes 12 times a day for 12 years. I do not recall.
You say you became the suspect when...
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met, and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Cordona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the Dettis tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Well, Mr. Capello, I think that's all I need from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir...
Thank you. I will endeavor to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women, I shall eagerly await your return. Have you learned anything?
Mrs. Capello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon. You must be the inspector.
Would you be Augusta Capello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am working on your husband's case.
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in charge so that we may dispense with the endless repetition.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Basilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra, and even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Capello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but, I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the safe?
No, I did not know him, nor can I conceive of how the poor soul ended up there.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Capello. I shall...
Hello there.
Ill-fitting pants, wonky nose, and hair that appears to be...
Oh, it's you!
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona. I'm a fan of your work.
Alas, you're mistaken. The name is Sherlock Holmes, and your employer...
Oh, of course. Discretion. I'm sorry. I doubt the policeman upstairs heard me, though, so your secret is safe with me, Sherlock.
Mr. Capello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property?
There, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglars saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so I think they went over the railing and into the bushes out back. Clearly, my reputation precedes me. Mr. Capello was so proud.
You're a guard, but you didn't give chase.
Well, by the time I made it outside, they were miles away. So I went back to help Mrs. Capello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
When did the burglary happen?
Oh, after 10 in the evening. I was just talking to Mrs. Capello.
Does she normally work this late?
No, it's the first time it happened. But usually I'm alone at night. I was explaining to Mrs. Capello how drinking water every 3 hours can help with digestion, when she excused herself and went back upstairs. Then there was a scream, and I ran up to the office, and...
I know what happened next, thank you. What about last evening? Do you have any more details about the break-in?
Of course. I write down everything that happens during my watch. Take a look.
Fastidious in its mundanity, but I will make of it what I can.
This will be about time for sure.
What did the thief look like?
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from the eye. Short hair. She didn't look like a ghost. Too corporeal.
Hold on. She? You didn't think to mention the burglar was a woman?
Why did you assume it was a man? It's the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career, and I, for one, encourage it.
Yes, yes, spare me the sermon. I must go and inspect the crime scene. If I have further questions, Mr. Lloyd, I will find you.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be able to keep away.
Right.
They sell door locks, padlocks. No Sherlocks, though. Probably for the best. Imagine dealing with two of you. Ugh.
The best on the market. You can wallop them, you can burn them. Nothing will work.
I bet he tested that himself.
Why do I get the worst jobs?
The bottle is half empty. A wine, well enjoyed. Recently used, but why would it be here?
Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. I'm a bit claustrophobic.
Bulging veins, cyanosis, bloodshot eyes, odd foaming in the mouth. clear indications of blunt trauma, possibly inflicted before the victim was in the safe. Bruises, torn nails, bleeding was severe and continued at length. Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim dressing or undressing? Blood on the safe door could have been left by the victim. What a rotten way to die.
Yeah, what a shame.
Do you know anything else about the dead body in the safe?
Well, there is the rule of threes. You can survive 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 hours in harsh weather, and 3 minutes
Of you talking?
without air. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, very enlightening, Mr. Lloyd, thank you.
Oh, actually, no. I don't know. I know of it, but forgot.
Have you noticed anything different about Mrs. Capello recently?
Not really. She talks to me more when I start my shift. Probably because of the 100 Best Curry Recipes book I'm reading. Oh, and we've been running out of paper a lot lately, so she often sends me out to buy more for her. She's very particular about the paper we use. Only one store on the island stocks it, and it's on the other side of the town. But I'm really fast.
Interesting, thank you.
Actually, no.
What can you tell me about Mr. Capello?
He's a good employer, but very focused on work and very serious about security. Not everyone appreciates his strict business approach, though. Store clerks don't...
Good to know. Is this code memo still valid?
Oh, yes. It's the same combination code everywhere. It corresponds to Mrs. Capello's birthday, actually. In fact, during this year's celebration, I was allowed a sip of champagne. That's when I had to dry my trousers, and then I had to...
Okay, thank you, Billy.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
A concert program from 7 years ago. An Augusta La Duca is listed as a harpist in the orchestra. Two theatre tickets for Shakespeare's Othello. The performance is tomorrow.
Have to respect the classics. I swear I just saw a lion out there, on the railing.
Well-organised workplace?
Mr. Capello is the best.
Okay, this chap is seriously creepy. Don't forget about the cats in the bush. Sherry.
The letter F is inscribed within a four-leaf clover pattern. Passe muraille. Walk through walls in French. Our thief seems rather arrogant. Excuse me, just one question.
The only thing you policemen do is oppress my people. I won't help.
A comprehensive set of lockpicks, recently cleaned, with no fresh scratches.
Guests of Cordona, the treasures await you. Collect them all and return for more.
I'll be right here.
Would you like to report a crime?
Maybe it would be wise to take a look around outside before we enter. Just a thought.
Nice affordable. Let's pick something that suits you. A good choice.
Other gangs are planning an attack on the backyard, boys. The pipe is looking for information. Other gangs are planning an attack on the...
So-so.
Our clothes will be worn well, take my word.
Despite being used, these... Take a look, maybe something will catch your eye. I hope you like what you bought.
Hello, mister. I have some information for you.
I'm not interested in the advice of a man like you. Move aside. I've places to be.
Despite being used, these goods are still
The
fine.
worst clothes at the best price. Step right up. Why'd you even come here then?
Help me, please.
I have heard many strange things, but nothing about this.
Take a rest, my friend. Hello there. No more crime for you until next month.
The snuff's ready.
May I?
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming for you.
Too simple.
Time to knock this guy out.
Get ready for some pain.
Excuse me.
I'm coming for you.
You can overcome the brute now.
Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready.
No more crime for you until next.
Give him the pepper snuff. No, you killed him.
Okay, I give up. I give up.
This seems a better place for our conversation. I hope you're more...
You can't do anything. You're not even a police.
Is there nothing you didn't do, Miss Sevigny? Thieve for the gang, break into the Armor Capello...
What? Kill? I didn't kill nobody. No, How?
So you admit the rest. I suppose you won't mind explaining some things to me then. You were in the Armor Capello office yesterday evening, Miss Sevigny. The same place that Niccolo Detti was found dead today. What happened?
How would you know? You can't prove anything?
It's written all over you, Miss Sevigny. I presume you did not intend your evening to end with a fall over the railing and a fracas with felines? Need I continue?
Zut alors! It was just a job, nothing else. I was asked to come. Here, see for yourself. I don't know who hired me, but I think they wanted to pin the crime on me. Poor Niccolo.
You knew Mr. Detti, how?
Niccolo and I grew up together. I hadn't seen him in years, then ran into him on the street, smiling with some lovely lady on his arm.
And that was the last time you saw him alive?
Well, until I found him dead yesterday. That same woman was there, too. It can't be coincidence.
You saw a woman in the office?
Mm-hmm. She started screaming, so I slammed the safe door and ran when I saw a guard coming.
When were you offered this job?
Ah, mon Dieu. I don't remember precisely. I think the letter arrived around 9:30 in the evening. It sounded tricky, but the money was good.
And you arrived at the office?
Perhaps 45 minutes later? I am very good, sir. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
I don't like lies.
No, wait. Okay. It took 15 minutes. All right? Still impressive, no?
Your thieving days may well be over, Miss Sevigny. Until this matter is resolved, you will remain here. Good day.
Oh, Sherry, disappointing. We were putting on a show and you call it off halfway through.
I didn't do a thing.
What exactly was your relationship with Niccolo Detti?
Who? What are you talking about?
Madam, please, a young woman dedicated to her music and an enthusiastic artist, your marriage to Basilio could not have offered all you needed. And then about 6 months ago, you met Niccolo Detti. There was a spark, you started to see each other. It brought passion back into your life.
How could you?
But your tryst didn't go unnoticed. Felicia Sevigny spotted you with Niccolo, but rather than cease your affair, you took care to avoid the public eye. You started working with your husband at the office and met your lover there in the evening after Basilio departed. Billy would not notice, and you hoped neither would your husband. Do I have this right so far?
Yes, I love Basilio, I truly do. But his first passion is his work. Niccolo. Oh, sweet Niccolo. He was the man I needed.
And your husband suspected something.
I think he did. He asked questions. Billy's schedule was moved forwards here. Yes, he suspected.
And thus we arrive at the heart of the matter. How did Mr. Detti end up deceased in the safe?
I do not know.
Madam?
I don't know anything about his death.
Are you sure this is how you wish to proceed?
It is the truth. Please, just leave me be.
This area is restricted. Oh, what a long day.
Were you aware of this, Mr. Capello? Of the relationship between your wife and Niccolo Detti?
Enough! I will not hear it. Augusta is an impressionable woman feeling the stress of this horrible situation. She does not understand what she's saying.
I see. So, you think...
I think that if you want to help... Another question? Not much to say. I'm sorry. Not much to say. I'm sorry.
I will
closer and try something on. You won't regret it.
Oh, actually, no. I don't know. Oh, actually, no. I know of it, but forgot.
Do you know anything about these entries?
No, but Mr. Capello is so well organised. I use a different method, very popular among the Buddhist monks. You create an attic in your mind and...
I'm familiar. Keep it tidy, put only necessary information in, remove unnecessary information regularly.
What? No, it's called an attic. You just stuff it with everything. You never know what might prove helpful someday.
That is profoundly upsetting. Do you know what this note might be about?
I cannot presume to know another's mind, of course, but... I think Mr. and Mrs. Capello have been having some familial difficulties, probably due to their lack of children. One of my oldest friends helps couples with their relationship troubles, and he always says...
You don't have to continue.
Oh, well, he says that to me as well, but I'm perfectly happy to.
No, I insist.
I don't know.
Could this be the burglar you saw yesterday?
That's her. So what's our plan? How do we get her? If you can afford to give me 20 minutes, my uncle has a large net.
Yes, a net. I'll go and get one now, Billy, and you stay to guard the office.
Oh, actually... No. I don't know.
Do you know whose keys these are?
Probably Mr. Capello's. Police took him so suddenly. I have the same set, but it's more efficient. Has fewer keys.
So you don't have access to the entire office?
No. Only Mr. and Mrs. Capello have the key to the back door. I'm going to catch the criminal myself. But later.
They sell door locks, padlocks. No Sherlocks, though. Probably for the best. Imagine dealing with two of you. Ugh.
Don't forget about the cats in the bushes, Sherry.
Apologies, Miss.
Oh, what a long day.
Another question? I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this.
Mr. Capello, have you anything to say about the burglar's claims?
Not a whit. The woman is a liar and a criminal. I don't give it the slightest credence, and neither should you. Not much to say. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this. Not much to say. I'm sorry.
I'm interested in some entries in your diary that may prove important. Could you elaborate on these ones here?
Bene. I won't name the detective, but rest assured that is unrelated to the investigation. It is just one of our clients. And those safe entries are about an interested party who was going to purchase the product. We met yesterday, and today we're to find...
You've been a good help.
I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this.
What was your intent behind this note?
This is private, young man, and hardly relevant.
Its relevance, as it were, remains to be seen.
My wife Augusta joined me in business half a year ago, but works late hours.
I appreciate your candor. Is this note still valid?
Oh yes, we use this code by default for each safe. Now sometimes a buyer may ask to see how it...
And the safe containing the body used the default code, I presume?
As it happens, no. In my demonstration, I wanted to show the bank clerks how easy it was to set a different combination.
Interesting. Thank you.
Not much to say. I'm sorry.
How long have you known your wife, Mr. Capello?
How is that relevant, young man?
Please, I need a complete picture of all the parties involved. Consider...
It seems unlikely, although if a Detti was out to threaten my wife... We met 7 years ago. Augusta was a harpist with an Italian...
And you and your wife guessed...
I love her most dearly, and I know Augusta loves me. I fear someday she...
I will Apologies, Miss.
Don't forget about the cats in the bushes, Sherry. I swear I just saw a lion out there, on the railing.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
I'm going to catch the criminal myself. But later.
Strength, security, peace of mind. Tacky.
Well, you know, that's your opinion, good sir.
Oh, could it be that they were playing some sexual games and she locked him, but thought that the save would be, the code would be the one? That would explain the wine, right? Receives a letter about the job. What is that? Why would she just walk to him? That's so weird. I don't know what letter she got. So let's say he changed the code so the body's not discovered right away. Seems more likely. There's still any place to talk to the lady or no? Where's the fucking holding cell? It's not here. Not here, not here. The holding cell has to be somewhere down, right? Sure. This lady, I can just accuse her.
Apologies, Miss.
That's not what we want to do right now. Is that her? That's not her. Oh, she's all. There's nobody here.
What a long day.
I will return.
Okay. Looks like I don't have any other choice, so I just have to pick one. So he left the office to go home. Turns to the office, 8:04. Okay, maybe her role was not to open the safe, but just to really be someone to be blamed for the whole thing. Which means... Would she kill her lover? Probably no. I think it's him, although I'm not sure. I still feel like there could be a possibility that she locked him there, behind him. Okay, I'm just gonna accuse him.
I believe that I have found the truth, Mr.
And here I thought I had found a bright mind. Why would I need to kill Niccolo Detti?
It's
because he was cheating on your wife.
You knew about Niccolo and Augusta. You loved her, and the Detti and Capello conflict is well known. You had to protect your family's reputation.
Ha! Any simpleton can find reasons for me to dislike a Detti, though it takes a special kind to concoct an imaginary dalliance, too. How do you believe I killed him? Just threw him in the safe?
Well, that's the part which I'm not sure. Victim's clothing is not fully buttoned. That's also what I feel like it could be her.
I'll return to you later.
There's no way.
It is a shame it has come to this, but it is patently...
How dare you?
I see you need some persuasion.
What was the window of opportunity?
It was a midnight tryst. Niccolo would visit the office once Basilio left, but this time he returned. So you hid Niccolo in the safe. A foolish move.
I didn't know the code had changed. It was the only choice. I couldn't let him be found. I loved him.
Really? You could have saved his life by simply speaking with your husband, but you sought to free him another way.
I mean, what were the means of crime? Is this when she tried to...
To free Mr. Detti, you hired Felicia Sevigny, a petty burglar, to crack the safe.
That makes sense.
And as a result, you killed your lover.
No. It's because the combination had changed. It is not my fault.
You are splitting hairs, Mrs. Capello. The fact remains you chose to risk Niccolo's life rather than call your husband. And I know why.
This thing just doesn't make sense.
Wait here, I need a...
That doesn't make sense. Does not make sense.
long day.
What would be her motive?
And here I thought I had found a bright mind.
It's simple. You knew about Niccolo and Augusta. You loved her, and...
Ha! How do you believe I killed him? Just threw him in the safe?
No, he changed the lock, right?
That could have sufficed. Niccolo may have been unconscious, and you admitted you had full access to your office for most of the day. Or you could have changed the code during the day, then arrived unannounced in the evening to leave him nowhere better to hide.
And why on earth would I do that?
To get rid of a debtor? To force a confrontation with your wife? Either seems entirely plausible.
To you, perhaps. But how would I even know when to do the deed, huh?
Window.
You planned this. Billy's time of work was changed, you met with detectives, you planned when it would happen to the minute.
Indeed. How very convenient. Except the detective was my client, and I moved Billy's shift because I was worried about Augusta. Young man, if your mind were applied to something useful, you could truly be something.
The game is over.
You may think so, but just wait until my lawyer...
Perhaps, but the truth is...
I don't get your decision. We did all that work, and in the end, nothing about this case changed.
So fucked up.
Come on, Sherry. Say, I am the law.
I guess so fucked up. So it was her, she hit him. What was her motive? Was her motive just to hide? Anyway, time to go and do something better.